Evening, everybody. I see here with everything going on today in regards to what's been happening with former President Trump. I've been doing some snooping, so I wanted to pass on what I found, and it's not written in stone, but it's pretty accurate. So let me relay what I have. We'll start with the Judge, what's his name, Merchan. Did you know that he was handpicked from a list of alternate judges to preside over President Trump's trial? He is an openly admitted hater of Donald Trump. Let's see what we get. His wife currently works for the New York Attorney General, Letitia James, and his daughter was paid $4 million by, I don't know if he's a congressman or a senator, but Adam Schiff in D.C. He paid this judge's daughter $4 million, and she also makes extra money with donations on her website for showing pictures of Trump in prison. So that's who this judge is, and a little background on him. There is currently speculation that the instructions that he gave to the jury were unconstitutional. We do know for a fact that he denied President Trump the right to a fair trial because he prevented him from presenting evidence that would have shown everything in a different light. You couldn't use certain terms or phrases. He had so many gag orders on President Trump to prevent him from speaking because this was, in effect, a witch hunt. There was a letter that was written on January 20th of 2018 by Stormy Daniels that stated unequivocally that there was never an affair with Trump. She stated it never happened. If that was in 2018, and this is a signed document, notarized even, and the judge denied that letter being presented to help Trump's case, that right there is further proof that it's a witch hunt. Now, let's get on to Alvin Bragg. That's the New York City District Attorney. Now, I heard, I don't have concrete proof, but this is what I heard, that when he was the ADA, Assistant District Attorney, under Letitia James, who was the DA at the time for New York City, while working for former Mayor Bill de Blasio, that the mayor's wife mishandled, hid, however you want to put it, $850 million of the city's tax funds. Now, from what I was told, Bragg started an investigation into where the missing money went. De Blasio asked James to stop the investigation. They would handle it in-house. Well, she stopped the investigation. Now, she's the state's attorney general, and Bragg is the city's district attorney. Now, for Bragg, his income from his salary, which is $210,000 a year, plus he owns some rental properties, he gets rent, so you're looking at his total annual income of around $372,000 a year. So how come his net worth is now $41 million? He's not that old. He hasn't been a lawyer for that many years. And rumor has it that he received a lot of dark money right after the missing $850 million fiasco under the de Blasio administration. Speculation, take a good guess. if it is in fact where he got the money being bought off, it's interesting. He owns boats, cars, buildings. He's got several million in cash stashed away. So where did he acquire all those funds on an aid? At the time, he was at ADA. Now he's a DA, but still. Where did he come up with all that money? That should be investigated. Letitia James, there's been speculation that she's got money hidden. She was, you know how they do this fact-checking bull, saying that she really doesn't have tens of millions of dollars in income. But her actual income, according to what I found, is she has $3.7 million in assets. Now, that's funny. That's a Democrat. So, we got a Democrat mayor misplacing $850 million. We have a Democrat, Adam Schiff, giving a judge's daughter $4 million. We have a female former DA, now AG, worth over $3 million. And let's add to the Democrat list, we have Ilhan Omar, whose net worth now, and she was a refugee, and her net worth now is over $6 million. And AOC, who in 2018 was almost penniless, is now worth $10 million. So, I leave it up to you. You decide what makes sense and what doesn't. Personally, somebody's stealing from somewhere, and it's being hidden awfully well. And it's only coming out bit by bit, so we can, see a little bit here and a little bit there, but you can't trust the IRS to investigate because they're investigating normal people just for spending $600. They don't want to go after, the big shot Democrats. And you also got all these massive 20 million plus illegals that are in this country now. And so now everybody's got their eyes off of the people with money and focusing on other issues. So I'm going to offer some advice. I'm not telling you to do it. It's just my own personal advice to all the people out there that are fed up with all this bull. Do your own research. See who has the money, who doesn't have the money. That's number one. If Republican, Democrat, just look at it from that point of view. Now, I know there are most of the Republicans, a lot of Republicans are going to be multimillionaires too. It seems to be the way DC works for some reason. I don't know why. I personally think that nobody should be working in Congress or the Senate unless they live specifically off of their government paycheck. Anything extra has to be donated to charity, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. Now, if we want to see a major change in our economy, which sucks, by the way, we need to get out and vote. Independents, Republicans, Democrats, and Democrats, I say this to you in all humility, the people you've been voting in all the time are a bunch of crooks. They're good at talking, they're good at pulling your leg, but they're crooks. Just look at your inner cities if you want proof about that. Billions of dollars for education and projects, and nothing's ever done. So I strongly suggest everyone vote straight Republican this coming November. You don't have to like the candidate, just vote Republican, because in order for us to actually fix this country, you have to get rid of the Democrats that are always a hindrance to fixing the country. They're great at running their mouth, they're great at saying stories, but like Chuck Schumer just recently said, we have to bring these people in because we need people to work. So these 20 million that are here were imported low-wage workers to appease the Democrats that own businesses. Please, for the sake of this country, vote Republican. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And it's for 4 years. We know that Trump fixed the economy before. We know that he could do it again. But it's not just the presidency. You have to get rid of the congressmen, the senators, the assemblymen, the governors, the local politicians. You have to get rid of everyone that is a Democrat and vote strictly Republican. It ain't going to kill you to do it. But if you do it and it benefits you, then it sends you one hell of a message on what the real issues were within our country. Now, I'm old, I'm going to die soon. But I'd like to see a country that was free once again, where the people had a voice once again for my grandchildren. And it's not too much to ask. Icy out.